Hello, welcome back to Epoxy Resin Art. Now we are going direct into the program, and just before we dive in, I want to let you know some things you need to know so as to get the best from this program. To fully learn and enjoy this program to its fullest, you need to go step by step, module by module, from A to Z at least 2 times. Yeah, get your pen and jotter to jot down few and important points, and don't skip any video or module. If you stick to this and do it twice, the first time take down what you need to take down, the second time you implement and do what you want to do. If you stick to this, I assure you to become exceptional in this craft. People learn this skill for several reasons or for various reasons. E.g., I can remember when we went to learn back then, I think early 2020 or 2019. So there was this lady that was there at the training, and when we were being asked why did we come to learn this lucrative skill, her response was simply she came because she was curious if something like this exists in Nigeria as at that time. So she didn't come actually to learn it or to make money from it or to even do something. No, she just came there, paid for the training in full, just to satisfy her curiosity. So people enroll for this program for different reasons, but I am certain that majority of people looking at the current situation in Nigeria will be enrolling for this program to make money. How do you make money from this program? By learning how to do this, invest your capital, buy the chemicals, buy the apparatus, and make them by yourself. Make anything you want to make by yourself, and you sell them. This is a new craft, this is a very lucrative craft, and this is something that can go anywhere and stand the test of time. Yes, I assure you this. So some people might come into this program just to learn how to craft some of these decorative items just to beautify their homes or their personal space. Well, regardless of the category you fall into, I'm assuring you, you are at the right place and you learn everything in here for you. So before we continue, let me just pause and tell you who I am, or who am I that is talking to you directly behind the screen. My name is Abdulmumin Muhammad Sani, popularly called or known as Mo Sani. I'm a sales expert and I have coached over 3,000 students directly and indirectly in affiliate marketing. I was opportune to be among the pioneers in epoxy resin installation in the whole of northern Nigeria. I have granted access to this craft to over 3,000 students across Nigeria and Africa at large. So if you are here and you are ready to learn, bring out your jotting materials and be rest assured that you are in safe hands and you are learning this from the best. Yeah. So let's go deep into introduction of resin. Epoxy resin is an exclusive and unique chemical that is versatile and allows you to craft anything. At the moment, resin craft is the hottest and most lucrative physical skill you can need at the moment, and it is the best for you, especially if you are jobless or if you are looking for an extra way of making money in this cruel economy. Using versatile chemical, you can craft small things like jewelries, decorative items, to relatively large projects such as tables, countertops, and resin lightings. As a creative mind with limitless possibilities, I welcome you into the world of fun where imaginations meet inspirations. When you go step by step through this world of creativity, you will learn how to craft jewelries, decorative items, and a lot more. You will also learn all the terminologies in this craft, the practical components, and how to access them with ease regardless of your location across Nigeria and Africa, and also get all the chemicals as well as any other thing you need in crafting your imagination or crafting anything you wish to craft with this program or with this chemical. So let's go into the practical components and equipment you need if you want to start this unique skill, or you want to practice this unique skill. Number one is component A, which is the resin. Is a chemical. In the course of the practical, you see its life. Yeah. And number two is component B, which is the hardener. Usually they are both very light, transparent in color, which means they don't have color or they are colorless, but the resin is more thicker in viscosity, right, than the hardener. The hardener is more or less more watery than the resin, right? So we also have the heat gun, we have mold, we have bezel, we have latex gloves, we have apron, we have spatula or mixing stick. Excuse me. The heat gun is used in breaking the bubbles. In the course of practical, you might encounter some bubbles in the mixture during your mixing, so that's where you need to use your heat gun to break those bubbles, right? And the mold, all the shapes you are seeing, those beautiful shapes, they are being done by the mold. It is the mold that usually give them that shape that you are able to mold them in. And we have bezel. For instance, if you want to do earrings or any jewelry, the particular shape you need might not come as a form of mold, it might come as a form of bezel. So you only need to put a polythene leather below, you pour your chemical, and after it has cured, you only remove your polythene. There's a special polythene that is used for that, not the regular black leather you see at home. So you need latex gloves to protect your hands, right, as well as an apron to protect your clothes, right, from getting stained. You need the latex gloves as well as marks. You need marks also. I'll show you example. Because the chemical when mixed is very sticky, and when it gums your hand or it touches your bare hands, it might stain it for a while, maybe 2 or 3 days, depending on how sticky it is. As well as the apron, so you don't stain your clothes, you need apron or you need a working clothes, so that whenever you are in the working space or in your working space, you only need to wear this thing and you're good to go. The spatula is used for mixing the mixture, or you can use a mixing stick regardless of the one that is at your disposal. Then you have your measuring cups or jugs, depending on the size of your project. If it's a small project like a frame, a key holder, a necklace, an earring, you don't really need big measuring cups. But if it's a big project like a big frame or countertop or a tabletop, you need big sized containers or jugs, right? Then we have decorative agents, which can come in form of flowers, glitters, color pigments, write-ups, etc. You all see them as we progress. Then we also have 3D image or charms in case you wish to install an image, or you need to install some structures, right, into your craft. You see them in the practical, and even before we go to the practical, you see the image of some of them. Then we have craft fittings. You also come across them in the course of the training. So this is usually the container that your resin usually comes in. It can be something like this, or it can be a container that those 1 liter container that they used to sell fuel in, or a container per se. Some use liters to do the measuring, some do the measuring in kilogram, right? Depending, or some use the weight, some use the quantity. So depending on the type the vendor you are buying from chooses to use. Now you can come in form of big chemical, big container like this. This is like a 3 to 4 liter by ice gauge, and this is more like 3 to 500 milliliter. So you can see the difference, and you always see the resin is normally blue, labeled blue in color, or black in color, and then the hardener is normally labeled red in color, right? And also this is the example of the heat gun you need to use when breaking bubbles. This is your latex gloves, which can also be substituted by clinical gloves. These are the mold. This is example of the mold. You can see them here. They are in different shapes, different sizes, depending on the project you want to do. And these are your bezel. You can see them in the shape of earrings and necklaces. These are the sample of them, and this is a sample of fittings. For instance, you make an earring and you need a screw fitting so as to get where to put the chain or a hook. Look at them here. The measuring jug is here, and also this is an example of apron. This is an example of mixing stick. As you can see, the mixing stick or the spatula is usually non-sticky, so immediately when you are done with your project and it dried up, you can easily peel it off and you're good to go. So this is another example of measuring jug or measuring cylinder. You can see here is example of what you can create with this beautiful skill. Here is earrings. You can see your color pigments. In case you want to do a coloring like this or on this particular frame, so you can see you need colors like this. The color pigments usually come in either emulsion or in ink form. So regardless of the work you do, in anyone you get can work depending on your work, or if you have certain types of work that needs or that requires specific type of color pigment. And also you can see here's another sample of earring, this sample of necklace. So these are a few things you'll be able to craft with this product. So here are what you are to expect in this program. This is like the program outline. So agenda or item 1.0 on the very first page is welcome and introduction. Then 1.1 about your instructor. 1.2 how to be exceptional in this skill. 1.3 practical components and equipment, which we just finished. So going forward, you go directly, or we will jump into module 1, where we'll be discussing preparation of stage. In the stage 1 we talk of the stage 2, we talk of the stage 3, and we come to module 2, talk of stage 1, stage 4, stage 5 and stage 6. Then we go straight into module 3, which comprises of the complete practical of how to do this at home or how to do this in your personal space. And then we have a functional support group. So once you finish your training, make sure you join the support group, so as you are implementing, or in the case where you want to buy some items, you can easily ask your colleagues, or we have admins that will always attend to you, and if you have any challenges, they will be there to support you. And then we have lastly resource center. Immediately when you are done, there are a lot of bonuses that will be waiting for you in the resource center. So once you are done, you make sure you go there to enjoy them. And in the course of the training, there are important things that I will refer you to go to the resource center and fetch them for you to do your practicals properly. So once again, I congratulate you specially for joining and enrolling into this program, and I want to tell you that if you really sit down and learn this will be one of the most beautiful thing you ever learn or come across. So having said all this, thank you, and we meet in module